Hey everybody, this is part 2 of our conversation with Luke Mullen. Part 1 is already up, so if you have not seen that, it is on our YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Links for all of that will be in the description. All right, let's get into the episode.
Now, we're about to go back to school tomorrow, me and Ben are.
I'm not.
Ashton goes back Tuesday, which is...
Monday is a holy day.
Is it?
Monday, well, God, it obviously took 7 days. The process of 6 days and then a rest. But then the following Monday, God did something really
Holy.
good.
So that's why you have no
Super
school.
chill.
Is it like some significance with this upcoming Monday or just Mondays in general?
No,
I've
just
never heard this.
Just Monday, you know.
Just this Monday. He's just rambling because he goes to a Catholic school. So if he doesn't have a school, he just says God did something really awesome.
Yeah.
That's why you have to take the day off.
I was actually raised Catholic for my whole life.
Really?
How is it?
It's a blast, bro.
Yeah.
You should try it sometime. Yeah.
You should try being raised Catholic your whole life sometime.
I gotta get around to that.
Experience.
I've been meaning to do
There's been
that.
a few weekends where it's just like, I had it on my calendar, and then stuff just filled up, and I couldn't go back to my birth and be raised Catholic my whole life.
Yeah.
So George and
Missed
Ben,
the opportunity.
Yeah.
George and Ben go back to school on Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
And
It's gonna suck. Yeah.
you go
Hate
to
Mondays.
Santa Barbara City College.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I just take classes on the side. I wouldn't consider myself like a
full-time student.
No. It's more just to fill the gap of time where I'm not going to college because no one's going to college right now. I mean some people are, but just because I don't want to. Oh, OT is over there.
Well, OT's not physically going to college.
No.
Yeah. Is that you like that? You're into that? I'm a master questioner.
That make you feel good?
You know,
That make you feel good inside?
I genuinely don't know how to answer that complex question you just
There's so many levels to it. It's an onion.
There's so many ways I can jump into that question, and I'm just coming up blank right now. No, it's fine. I'm not a big proprietor of school.
What classes are you taking?
I might have just misused proprietor in that sentence, as you can tell that I don't like school. But
It sounded great.
sounded
The confidence.
awesome.
yeah,
Great.
exactly. I'm taking actually all history classes. Surprisingly,
Do you have Professor Mooney?
I do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is he not
cool.
the professor at Hogwarts with the glass eye?
Mad Eye.
Fake
That's
eye?
you're
That's
thinking of Mad Eye
Moody.
Moody.
He said Mooney.
No. Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, but there's Professor Mooney and then Mad Eye Moody.
Was it Moody or Mooney?
It was Muri.
All that French is paying
It
off.
was Moody.
Muria.
It was movie.
George is butchering it.
Like
It's
a
what
long
I-
TV show.
That's what I
Movie.
said.
Oh.
No.
For the life of me, I could not catch the joke of Georgia. I'm like, movie. What is a movie?
It's like a long TV show. You should be familiar.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so do you like Professor Mooney?
Yeah, Mooney. Professor Movie is.
Yeah.
He's quite. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Is that History 102?
101. 102.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, history is interesting, I guess. It's something that I don't know a lot about, which is why I'm majoring in it right now. I genuinely just want to know about what happened.
Are you just taking is it just like a generic history class or any specific focus?
It's American. It's more American history.
So, yeah, I mean, last semester I took all American history, and this semester, that was summer session. This is really benign details, but basically it's Western history, Western civilization history, American history, history of the world.
Yeah.
Pretty, general things, but I think it's interesting for, the time being.
I like that class. I finished it in December
Yeah.
at 102. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about history is, it seems you're just learning pointless names and dates and that type of thing, but I think it's more tells you more about society and government policies, and you learn so much. Have such a deeper depth of different types of things that go on in our current age.
Yeah, there's definitely different ways that history can be taught and learned, some of which are just terrible and some of which are pretty insightful. My first history class in college was it was U.S. history post Civil War, and
Interesting.
it was just terrible. Like
Oh.
like the like
Sounds so fascinating.
no like I mean the
Not.
content is interesting. The way the class was structured and taught was just like terrible. So there was
Hot ass water.
There was
How I would
three.
put it.
There's 3 midterms. And what you'd have to do on the midterms, you'd get all these primary source documents that you'd have to read for homework. And for the midterms, you'd have to have like you'd have to have like 50 or 60 memorized events and their year to use in your essay,
What?
your in-class essay. So you'd have to like
Wait, 50?
That's
Yeah.
brutal.
50 things. So like the first part of the midterm would be like 12 different things, and you like pick 8 of them and you give a description, why it was significant, and the year it happened. Like that was the first part of the test, and you don't know which 12 it's going to be. You don't know which 8 you can pick, so you have to
wow.
memorize like 100 of them.
Oh, that's
it's
that's
terrible.
ridiculous.
And
That's
then
not how.
That's more
this-
just like memorizing stuff. Than
Yeah, that's
history.
like barely even like you're,
Yeah.
I guess
No,
you're learning
that's-
history, but that's
That's
just
not
a-
at all how Mr. Mooney,
Yeah, he's a god.
the
of
god,
pictures.
the idol Mr. Mooney runs his class. It's more of like memorizing the main ideas that happen and then relating it to our current age, which I think is
Yeah.
the most.
I think that's a way
And
better
there's,
way.
Yeah.
there's no tests.
Yeah, no tests.
Oh, wow, okay.
I've not had a single history test.
Yeah, and it's just like discussion posts, and it's cool.
Yeah,
you just,
just-
talk, like you just
It's pretty safe.
yeah.
Do you know what was cool? This
No.
is, well, you will soon.
That cooler
Not
over
yet.
there.
This is a little bit like no tests. I had a teacher in 9th grade for physics who was like big time like progressive and like growth mindset. So we had
Alright.
tests.
Liberals.
Who was it? Name it.
Won't name names because I forget his.
I was gonna say it doesn't sound like a bad person. So.
No, he was a really cool guy.
Won't and can't.
Honestly, wish I could because he was
Is
really
he
awesome.
Is he still SM?
Yeah,
Is
but
it Mr. Rip?
no.
Is it Mr. LaForge?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
Mr. LaForge. We had like
There you
tests
go.
throughout the year, and like you had to like do good on the test and everything. And then the last day of the semester, no one knew this was gonna happen. He just handed out paper and said, "Write what grade you want on this paper and just get that." And so everyone just wrote A+, and everyone got an A+.
Dude, that happened. That's,
Which is like-
that's
So cool, but also
Yeah.
Like your ending grade? And
yeah, that's like what grade
That-
you got for the class.
no, that's
The cool.
sweet.
You didn't know
That's
that
sweet.
was happening though, so you were
Yeah.
trying and you were learning. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's what's
Um,
freaking
Actually,
cool.
yeah, I like that.
Dude, that thing happened in weights, my weights class freshman year, where at the end.
What size do you want to be? There, you got it.
At the end of the class, you get to
You get to
circle
choose.
jacked and you become huge.
They decide how much steroid to give you at the end. Oh, you want 170 pounds? All right, got it.
Got it. Let me just measure that out. No, it was because you get a grade in the class and you're not. I mean, it's not a super important class, so they just said, "What grade do you want? What grade do you think you deserve?" Is actually how they put it. And some people were saying like B plus. It's just like, dude, give yourself the A.
Yeah.
funny.
Oh,
I
you
don't
know,
even
you,
care if you weren't trying.
oh my God.
just take the A.
Yeah.
You know when there's like on certain tests they give you like what grade do you think you deserve on this test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kids put like B's, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Just put A. Just believe in yourself a little.
Are you saying you phoned it in?
Yeah.
you're literally telling the teacher, man, I did not put like the amount of
Yo, I
effort
could have
in
gone way harder on this, but I just don't really care. It's
that's
not really one of my biggest priorities.
That's like group projects too. Like, what grade do you think you got in this group project?
Oh,
And, like,
yeah.
other kid, and then like some kids are scared because they think like other kids in their group give them like a B, so they don't want to give themselves like.
So
an A.
everyone ends up giving each other like C's.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you're ever in that position, honesty aside,
Just
take
write an A.
take the A, and if you can give someone an A, give them an A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause why not?
I'm
Unless
not a
they-
fan of people in a group project. Even if they didn't do anything, like I'm still just gonna give everyone an A.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
No,
Like,
I'm on
like-
OT side right now.
if you're like super busy and you try hard to show up to the meetings and you're just like swamped, then sure. If you just like never respond to texts and never show up to the meeting, I'm like you didn't even try. Like you just kind of let us do all of it. I don't know.
Okay, I had a group project once, and it was just with this other kid, and basically, so there's like an essay and then there's a presentation at the end. And so I write, 5 pages of the essay. I'm like, okay, I'll write the first 5, you write the second 5. So I write my first 5. I put effort into it. I bump it up to 6 pages. And then he takes my essay that I wrote, rewrites it himself, and then writes 5 more pages on top of that. And he made it so much worse. So so much more confusing.
That's so weird.
And I'm like, why did you just, my essay was fine. All I needed you to do was your essay. So then I didn't know what his intentions were at this point.
Yeah.
Then he goes, or then it's our time to do the presentation. He's like, well, you know what? I already wrote the whole essay, so I'm going to hop off on this. And I'm like, well, we have like a full presentation to do, like together. He's like, I'm in Hawaii. Sorry, man, you're on your own.
It's like, I'm in Hawaii.
Like,
screw off, dude.
Literally, it was, then I was like texting him, like, dude, you have to like at least contribute to the PowerPoint. Doesn't respond. He's in Hawaii, turns his phone off.
There's no service in Hawaii. You know that. You know that's true.
You're so foolish.
You know I'm in Hawaii. Cell phones don't work here.
I'm sorry, did you not hear me when I said I was in Hawaii?
Yeah.
So
That's
I don't-
freaking underhanded. What a dirty guy.
It was dirty.
I don't feel bad giving someone like
No,
that
but-
a B.
No, but
Oh, yeah.
but like sometimes I generally like. I don't know. So I sort of tend to like lead group projects,
Yeah.
and so if someone's
Arrogant.
sitting, it's just not always, but like
Yeah,
if
no,
it's
it's
just
fine.
like a quick little in class thing, it's like, oh, get together in partners. I might just knock that out,
Yeah.
you know. So if they're just copying my answers or whatever, that's fine. Like, do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to like struggle here. I'm just getting this done just as I would if I was on my own.
I don't think group projects in high school are the same as like in college. Because like,
Yeah, probably not.
are there like group projects that you spend like weeks on? I don't remember really
Maybe
ever
like
doing
one.
that.
ever.
Occasionally. Yeah, probably
Mostly not.
like usually it can for like the end of the class to be like the big project
Yeah.
that you go
But
on.
I rarely have. There was that in my sound production class, but
I love when they give you the group project like 5 weeks before it's due, and you're like,
yeah.
you think I'm gonna start working on
yeah.
outline?
That's honestly
5 weeks before it's due. Like, dude, I'm pushing that to the last like 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I like when teachers give like checkpoints, like you should get this done by this, like that freaking helps me.
Yeah, we had a group project for one of our classes, and normally I would do that. I'd be like, wait till like kind of the last week. But there was this one kid on our group that was like super on top of it and like constantly texting the group chat.
That's kind of nice.
And it was actually so nice because we finished like 2 weeks in advance,
Ooh,
and then like we were
nice.
didn't have anything to do during finals week.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, shout out
Final-
to that.
No.
That was Dylan Nakamura.
No,
But
he
that
was in the group.
he was in the group.
when
A
I
man who cannot be named because I also forgot his name.
I remember his name. I'll shout him out. Shout out to Tyler Lum
Oh, okay. Oh,
for keeping us on track.
he
Now's
played
the time to do
Among
the,
Us with us.
He played Among Us with us. Yeah.
Zach-
Now's the time to do the applaud thing. That
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tyler Lum.
You don't have to also clap.
It's adding to it. If we double it up, you can't go wrong.
You're doing it.
it just sounds like one person really close to the mic, and then the rest of the crowd behind us.
And you're also doing
Yeah,
it
one
here.
guy. I actually wasn't doing anything. One guy, when they were recording that, just had no sense of boundaries and went right up to the camera dude.
They didn't have time. They were renting the studio, and you know how those costs rack up. I just had to take that.
They didn't have time to re-record it.
Back when I was in college, I ate nothing but espresso beans and cocaine during finals week. I didn't sleep a wink.
cocaine or ramen noodles made of cocaine.
Ramen noodles doused in cocaine.
That's all
I
ate.
lived on that in college. No, I've
It's
never.
actually a
been to
really
college.
interesting process. You dissolve the cocaine in water and then marinate it in that
Ah.
broth, the
Yeah.
ramen noodles.
Yeah, yeah.
Absorb those flavors.
Delicious. It's delicious and highly energizing.
Well, I mean, there's technically a powder at the bottom of the ramen anyway, so
Yeah,
technically,
you just
you know-
replace that with cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're on
Cocaine.
Good.
cocaine.
Good.
actually, it's pronounced cocano.
Is it?
No,
Okay.
Ah,
I
That
thought
was good though.
you had me going.
Yeah.
You
Had me.
sneaky bastard.
For just a second, you had me.
I wanted to see your expression as soon as I mentioned that.
Cool. Oliver, we all paused because Oliver whispered how long we've been going into his microphone.
Yeah,
We'll
And-
probably cut some stuff out, right?
maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Probably.
I say we
not.
keep it all in.
If
F
we-
off,
if-
haters.
If we cut stuff out, it will take weeks to edit. George.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is the point of having Oliver just?
Might not have this done until 2020.
He's a TP.
The reason our episodes have been backed up is because we're working tirelessly on bumper music,
Are you?
intro
Yeah.
and outro music.
Ah,
well,
dude, I'm freaking stumped. I'm sort of stumped. I don't know how.
I did
make it,
propose an intro to you guys, but
That's true.
everyone shot it down.
Well,
If we
We all-
reverted our name to a little bit of everything,
Yeah,
it would have been awesome.
yeah. Just for people who don't know.
We won't.
Oh, no. I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but no, you can explain what it was still.
Well, it was like a Wait, shoot, I'm blanking on the name of the
Accordion?
Instrument. Yeah. Accordion, which is like, it's an instrument that has a little bit of everything in it.
Yeah.
Has like buttons and keys and little tappy things on the top, and
That would have been sick.
thought it was sick, but no one else seemed to like it.
I liked it. It was.
We all liked it, but it just
Yeah.
doesn't fit the bill.
Yeah.
We're the gift of G.A.B now, never looking back.
yeah.
And guys, you may be wondering, Luke at the beginning of the podcast, he was warming up to me. Now he loves me.
Yeah.
We're best friends.
I see it in his eye.
Yeah.
I have not taken my eyes off of Ben this entire podcast. Like, it's been, every time I catch eye contact, I just get a little.
He keeps mouthing, "Let's have sex." It's really weird.
That's actually a tick that I have. It's not just for Ben.
Yeah.
Just do it to everyone all the time.
Like I'm sorry, man. I did not mean it. It is just.
I can't control it. Yeah.
Yeah.
At like a funeral or something.
Oh, geez. You had to take it there.
Well, I was just thinking, what's the worst place that could happen? Probably a funeral.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
maybe, or
Funeral.
like a preschool would be.
Oh God. That's worse. That's
Yeah.
gotta be worse.
Yeah.
maybe a wedding.
I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
something like a
it's like
to
church.
the It's bride, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With
Or
the
like
groom.
no, it's I think like
Maybe
like
getting baptized or something.
Or
in
like
the
a
Catholic
family,
church.
reconciliation.
a family reunion would
Yeah,
probably
that
not
can't
be
be
Yeah,
pretty
good.
that might take the.
Oh.
There's a wealth of
That's-
bad
yeah.
places that you could say.
There's
that.
a lot of bad places that could go really wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a room full of hot babes, you're living the good life.
If you're at the Playboy Mansion, boom, you're set.
You are so stoked.
Yeah, there are.
Funeral.
Playboy Mansion. Ding ding ding. Woo. Wait.
Do you have that?
Play a
Hey,
sound
hey.
effect. Wait. Do the wah 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 for a funeral, and then Playboy Mansion.
Wait, ready?
Do something good.
Funeral. Playboy Mansion.
There's that guy again. God,
Damn.
Such a try hard.
he's such a diva on set.
It's a professional group of clappers that do it for all the sound bites, but
I have to stand right here.
one
this
of
is
them
my
got
spot.
too big for his britches.
I got here 30 minutes early, and I've been standing here ever since. And just now, you're gonna tell me I can't stand here?
I feel like that's like this laughing soundtrack too.
No one told me that I was sitting. No one told me in my memo that I was supposed to be sitting. I
the-
prepared.
I'm always the up close guy. I've trained for this.
Oh, looks like I'm calling my agent. You guys are screwed.
Oh, SAG on the line? Yeah, hi.
Who's this I'm dialing? Oh, looks like my agent.
So Luke's
Yeah.
been on sets.
Correct.
Have you ever
Facts.
seen
How's
someone?
the food? Is
I-
the food good?
Oh, that's
I've been on
genuinely the
sets.
only reason I act.
I've been on sets that Luke organized.
You have, actually.
I was the stand-in
You were the
for the
stand-in.
on Unforgettable.
That is correct.
I'm sure, Luke. I'm sure a lot of people who like you are gonna listen to this. They probably know Unforgettable.
sure.
For all those people, I was the stand-in, which
That is-
means I was
Probably
sort-
the
sort
most
of the-
integral part
yeah,
of the
so-
entire
sort of a
production.
stunt double for Luke, but when the camera's not rolling and no danger.
So close to a stunt double though.
Ah,
Has every other aspect of a stunt double.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced a diva freakout?
Yeah,
Seen someone do it, like without naming names?
Yeah.
or with naming code names.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what,
That's
Okay.
kind of our thing. We
I
make up-
have been on a set with someone that I will not fully say, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay,
Who could that be, guys?
code name Leonardo.
No, I've never actually been on a set where someone had a. No full on freakouts.
Have you ever been with someone who's just sort of difficult to work with? Not necessarily a full on meltdown, but sort of.
Oh, sure. I mean,
maybe an eye roll,
literally-
a passive aggressive comment.
Okay, you're on a set with other actors. You are bound to have difficulties. I mean, actors are not the most formidable people on the set because the thing with actors is they're technically starring in it, which means in their minds they're saying, "Oh, I am the most important part of this, so I should have the most say." And the director and everyone's like, "Hey, man, you're wasting our time. Like, just do what I."
You're a piece of meat.
You're literally
You're
a chunk
of pretty meat. really.
You are a chunk of like plastic surgery meat in front of a camera. Just do your job. So I think, I mean, there's tons of actors with egos. I would say the majority of actors have egos because everyone's constantly like telling them. I mean, it's hard. It's honestly, it's hard not to be I mean, I shouldn't say it's hard not to have an ego. It's not that hard, but everyone is constantly like, "Oh, let me get your food. Oh, let's take a golf cart to bring you to your set. Oh,
Just
Do you get to drive the golf carts?
I did actually."
Do you ever go golfing?
Yeah, like once.
And even broader than that, you ever play sports?
Never. No.
You ever heard of golf?
That is another one that I don't even know what that word means.
Oh,
Golf.
so I have a question. You're
Yeah.
you're verified on Instagram.
Yeah,
What does that mean? What do you?
dude. It honestly, I thought it would come with more perks, but it's about the equivalent of not being verified.
Did it just show up one day?
It's about the equivalent of nothing having happened.
I think there's like a couple features like you can add on some of your pictures. It says like paid promotion. You can add that. You can do like links on your story that I guess other people can't like link stuff to. And like there might be some things with live streams where you can like link a fundraiser to it. But other than that, honestly, the only like clutch thing about having a check mark is if you really like someone, like you find them, I don't know, on TikTok and you're like, you think they're super funny, you can like DM them and maybe they'll have a better chance of seeing your DM. But like,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there like some sort of application process?
yeah, I mean, I don't even remember. Someone like I knew someone at Instagram and they reached out for me and said, "Hey, can you verify Luke?" But I think for the most part, like you have to know someone or you have to have someone working on your behalf to get it.
Are some of your friends in the industry? Is Joshua Rush? Is he verified?
Yeah, pretty much everyone at this point that's like on a show has been verified.
Yeah.
I mean, it's become like so mainstream that having the check mark, it's kind of like
It's
lost its meaning.
For some reason, I thought you got paid by Instagram for posting certain things, but I guess that's
No, that's
sick.
like you have to be Kylie Jenner level to get paid. I think by Instagram.
which Gift of Gab is so close to.
That's
guys.
weird
Yeah.
because I'm not getting paid by Instagram. I feel like,
It's weird.
Really, yeah.
What are you
stumps me.
saying? I'm not on Kylie Jenner level?
Not at all.
We know that that's not
past-
it, so it has to be something.
So Luke's pretty well connected in the industry. Have you've run into some pretty big
Sure.
big names.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment where you were sort of like
In awe.
Like
like you were like, oh my gosh, like, I'm meeting this person.
Yeah, I don't really get starstruck to be completely honest. I think
Mhm.
the whole thing of celebrities I used to be like really obsessed with, and the more I, was in the industry and the more I was, around these people, it's like there's nothing cool about them.
They're just dudes.
They're just literally dudes doing their thing. Like, sure, they have a couple more people that know about them, but literally we're all just people. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. I will say I met I did meet Greta Thunberg,
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
and that was
She's like nationally.
yeah, and like see someone
Internationally.
yeah, and someone like that is like someone that I actually care about and that
Yeah.
does things that I think are cool. And that same day I met Joaquin Phoenix, which was like pretty
Whoa.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
It was like at a climate march, So like I think people that I admire, it's like cool to go up to and say, "Hey, I really like what you did." But it's like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Hey man,
Well,
I love your work. You want to help me out and like put me in one of your like? There's nothing you can
Yeah,
say.
you just say
Right.
what's up.
I met Nick Kroll at a Whole
Ooh,
Foods.
he's cool.
said, "Hey, you Nick Kroll?" And he said, "Yeah."
Which
came
so
as a
Nick
surprise.
Kroll of him.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I pictured him being. So.
Yeah.
He really lived up to all my
That's
expectations.
actually word for word the answer that I anticipated.
I met. Oh, sorry.
And also, I don't really watch Big Mouth that much. I knew him from Parks and Rec, and he was funny in Parks and Rec. And then
Yeah.
he's on Big Mouth, and he's like his own dude, which is
Yeah.
cool.
I loved him from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
You're watching the dude.
Yeah, Crazy Ira and the douche. That's sort of like this now that we got
Hey,
the soundboard. with
Oliver,
all
do
the
you have a
sound effects.
fart noise that you can play?
Yeah.
I don't. We've got to work on our soundboard.
Yeah, we'll
Comment down below suggestions.
We'll procure-
seriously.
We'll assemble a collection of really good sound effects. And I met him, and I also met I don't watch Big Mouth, but I met the guy that plays Dennis Feinstein on Parks
Oh,
and
yeah,
Rec,
yeah.
who's also on Big Mouth, but I don't know his character. Do you know who that is, George?
Who's Dennis Feinstein? No,
He's
I don't know.
The guy.
He's
okay.
the kid.
I think he plays.
Is it Marco? No, not Marco.
I think he has black hair on Big Mouth, and he's not John Mulaney's character, and he's not Nick Kroll's character, and he's a boy.
Oh, maybe he's like Jay.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
What were you gonna say, Ben?
I met Jason Momoa. I think that's his name. He played.
Oh, he's jacked. He's
Did he?
humongous.
I love the
He's-
picture of him like next to his two bodyguards that are like 3 feet shorter than
Is he a
him.
Polynesian
I'm just
god?
counting down the
Yes.
days till he gets a little friend. You know, he's basically The Rock.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about George's parasite little friend? Wait, what? Are you,
No.
We're gonna inject him with a parasite.
Yeah,
That's a threat.
Yeah. No, there's a meme about how Kevin Hart and The Rock, the whole premise of that relationship is
Oh,
is
yeah,
just
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
so big and one so little.
Yeah, it's
seeing how
hilarious. Wow.
big Jason Momoa is, it's only a matter of time till he gets a little friend with some attitude.
Before he gets himself a little Kevin
We're
Hart.
counting down. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that guy's buff
Yeah.
and jacked.
He's seriously buff.
Like, yeah, kind of.
We should get an advent calendar, but instead of waiting till Christmas, it's waiting till Jason Momoa finds a little friend.
There's just no end. There's
Yeah,
no
we have-
way of knowing.
We're
when.
counting. We count up. And it's really big.
No, we have to put the chocolate in instead of
And
taking
then-
it out.
And then when the day he gets a little friend, we eat all the chocolates at once.
It's sort of an exercise in willpower until he gets a little friend, in which case.
Wait, is this guy a wrestler?
No,
Oh, he
he's
played-
a Polynesian
He
god.
played Aquaman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Does he look like a wrestler? Does he look like
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
who?
His long hair.
There's like a wrestler who looks like him.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe it's
Most
just all of
wrestlers
them.
are
All those
yeah.
guys
Yeah.
have the same.
They all have
vibe.
just big muscles and long greasy hair.
You know what's
so-
crazy to me? It's that The Rock went from wrestling to like mainstream media,
Yeah.
and wrestling is the goofiest thing.
Yeah.
It's just, do we all know it's fake? How is it still popular? I mean,
Who watches that?
are some people like pretending it's real still, or like why is that relevant?
Was he like a WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
that's how he got started. And
Not
now
even like
and then he like made it to the movies, and everyone just like forgot he used to be a goofy like.
WWE is like live Shakespeare, but to truckers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
that's
like
the podcast title.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't understand what it's scripted fighting.
It offers
not-
nothing. It's
At least there's like an element of unpredictability in like regular fighting and
Yeah.
wrestling, and you're like, oh, who's gonna win? Like, it's already written.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing's written. Like,
yeah, you're not placing bets on WWE.
yeah,
Like,
because it's
you just can't. It's not allowed.
oh, speaking of fights, are you guys ready for Logan Paul versus?
Oh, I want Logan Paul to
Mayweather?
win. I don't think it's gonna. I mean, like, it's almost certainly not gonna happen. But that would be so funny if Logan Paul beat
That'd
be
Floyd.
freaking
That would top off the whole arc that we've been going through. That we're in like an alternate universe.
Oh yeah,
That we're in like the weirdest version of the universe,
Yeah.
where like Donald Trump is president.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant died.
Kobe
in
Bryant
a
dies.
helicopter
Logan Paul somehow
Beats
fights and
Mayweather,
beats an
yeah.
undefeated like
Yeah.
fighter.
the
Yeah.
greatest boxer, one of the greatest boxers of all time.
crash. Oh, I want it to happen so bad. He's a big guy, you know.
Crazier
know.
things have happened.
Never know.
Isn't he just gonna get like knocked out in the first like 2 seconds?
Well,
Like,
here's what I.
One
He
would-
didn't beat
what makes-
KSI, and that shows you okay.
And KSI is just like
He's
a
just another
YouTuber.
guy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
just
we're
another
talking
guy.
about the
Yeah.
greatest
That's
boxer of all
hilarious.
time.
I'm not gonna pay a lot of money to see that, but I kind of wish I would.
No, bad meme accounts are gonna have a field day with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Bad
You
meme
guys
accounts-
remember when Logan Paul get knocked out?
Bad meme accounts and people who think they're funny who leave comments on SportsCenter posts are gonna have a field day with this.
He beat Nate Robinson somewhat recently.
Oh yeah.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul did.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wait, it was the other. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jake Paul's gonna apparently fight McGregor for like $50 million.
Dude.
He's gonna get.
What?
Knocked out. I mean, they're just gonna get knocked out. I guess that's not
Well,
that
okay.
bad. If you're gonna get, I'd probably fight Conor McGregor for $100,000.
Oh,
Well, this is
I
the
wouldn't.
thing.
I don't-
Really? You just get knocked out and then it's over.
You just get destroyed
I'd get knocked out
instantly.
so fast, and then I wake up with $100,000. Check, please.
Yeah, but also I don't want to freaking like fear for my life with some like enraged Irish guy like, freaking all like sweating on me and like punching my face really hard.
Hey, Lemmy. Get your lights knocked out, eh?
That's not worth it to me.
Isn't Conor McGregor? He's MMA, right?
Yeah. So you'd also
Yeah,
be
but
kicking your.
they're
face
all
quite
sweaty, regardless.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, that wasn't.
I don't think he was like
I don't
referring
think-
about the sweat
hard. I don't think he was.
factor.
I don't think he was inferring that because he does MMA.
He's
he
not
doesn't
gonna
get
be
sweaty.
sweaty.
I wonder what people think about him in Ireland because he's just like so cartoonishly Irish.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're like, okay, he's just hamming it up.
He got like in a fight at a pub. I mean, how more Irish?
Did he
Yeah.
like punch it like
Like a
old man?
90-year-old man.
His latest
Most Irish.
His instincts never turn off.
his latest commercials are so bad. His acting's like awful.
Oh God.
oh, like the whiskey?
The proper 12 whiskey.
I think
that's-
we're starting to slowly build up a beef with Conor McGregor.
Ashton, what would be the price for you to fight Conor McGregor or any MMA fighter?
Everyone
Conor
go
McGregor.
around and say the price.
Well, George, imagine this. Imagine just getting punched in the face
No,
by a dude who's like does that for a living.
But it's
Yeah,
not
it-
just a punch in the face.
It's a
an
punch in-
Irish punch in
yeah,
the face.
true.
Okay, what would be your price?
I don't
or
know.
there is none.
I kind of don't like these questions because it's just like, oh, I'm not gonna do that, and I don't know.
Okay, well, no, but if someone
someone had
offered
a
me
bag
$100,000,
of money.
I would say they'd say go in octagon with Conor McGregor. I'd say okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the price would be.
Ben.
Yeah,
Well, you can put a limit on it. You can say,
Yeah.
okay, I definitely do it for like $1 billion.
I definitely do it for infinity dollars.
No, okay, this,
No,
you're not
you're
doing it.
cringe.
You're not going about this well.
Boo.
Boo. That was a weak answer.
I don't know
Ben,
why
what,
that-
What would be your price?
Probably like 250.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
the whole thing about this game is you have to be reasonable enough that someone might actually pay you. Like,
Yeah.
You have to walk the fine line of like,
Well, let's be clear.
you can't just be like, oh, $100 million, because like, no, you have to be reasonable about will someone actually
Okay.
like pay me?
Okay, yeah. So I would say 250,000 plus all my medical expenses that
Yeah.
I get from the.
That's reasonable.
What? I don't get the functional difference between a infinity and a billion. It's just like it's a very high number.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know,
they,
and it's
well, they're
Is a
both
billion your
they're
number?
both bad answers.
I don't know. Then if it's not, I don't know.
Okay.
Then the answer's I don't know.
All right. What would
A
you?
crazy amount of money.
Yeah, I mean around like 200,000 sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm in.
You can also say I got like.
Here's a better way to phrase the question: would you let Conor McGregor beat your freaking eyes out for $50,000?
No.
No, 100,000. Yes.
But what if they're like right now $50,000?
I guess yeah. No, I'd do that. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Probably.
Whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Ashton?
Short-term suffering for long-term gain.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd do it for 50 grand because like
No,
what if
OT,
there's a
I
chan-
invest that 50 grand and it becomes 10 billion, just like that.
well, because like what if I get like so hurt that it's like like if I get like permanently brain injured or like
Yeah, but other people don't. Like
yeah, but I'm not other people.
yeah.
OT's built different in the wrong way.
I'm built
Yeah.
different in the way that's not good for MMA fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone came up and said $50,000, fight him, I'd be like, okay. I'd get some punches on him. He's not.
well, George,
No.
you're,
Well, he's
you're
not
bigger.
bad.
You're
No,
bigger than
he
him.
wouldn't.
I'm kidding. I think I'm honestly interested to see how I'd do in a fight. I've never fought anyone, but
Like versus who?
I don't know, just a guy, I guess. but I
I've
feel like I'm
always-
bad. But
Well, like, what's their dimensions?
like
you know?
let's say a guy my size, a guy my age and my size, who's maybe been in like 1 or 2 more fights. I don't know how I do.
He's got a
Wait,
reputation.
George, you
guys.
just do what I mean. If it's the thing that gives you an advantage in a fight is your size and your experience. So if you're just saying this guy's my size but he has an advantage, I think you just do worse.
No,
Like,
but he's been in 2 fights. He might have lost, might have won.
There's no like consensus whether he's won those fights. It's more that he's
He's
just
gotten
like
beat senseless in
No.
2 fights, and they were both 15 minutes prior to when I fought.
He's actually he's actually on crutches right now.
no, I think saying he's your size, just coming up with a hypothetical dude that's your size, kind of takes the fun out of the
Okay.
question. Because it's like, oh, would I beat this guy?
Someone
in
the
a fight?
size of
And
Ben Shapiro.
How big is he?
I could
He's like 5'1".
4'5".
He's not
Really?
5'1".
He's like 5'4".
Yeah, he's pretty short.
I could take down George wrestling.
Yeah, Ben actually can, which worries me. Because
Really?
if Ben, yeah,
you,
well, I don't know if
like,
he can
trained?
take me down, but
Do I-
if
no.
we grapple, it's certainly not one-sided.
George is like Goliath. He's sort of he's big and menacing, but then it only takes one little guy with a little bit of smarts to take him down.
I think I just got aggressive, like faster.
Every time Ben
One little guy
speaks-
with either a little bit of smarts or a little bit of aggression to take him down.
guys, every time that Ben speaks, I just like my heart just
Yeah. And anytime I flinch at George runs away. George runs 10 feet away from me because he's so scared.
Ben has that kind of effect on
Yeah.
Yeah.
me. He can make you flinch and make your heart.
No, let's do
butterfly.
specific people, George. Would you
All right.
beat
Would you beat my sister, George?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that
just
makes sense.
not in a fight and not like for any amount of money? Just would you do it? Would you just
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What would it I have a question. What would it take to actually get in a fight with someone?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's actually a very good question because
like to
I'm
get
not.
you,
To
I'm not
literally get you guys
Yeah.
like scrapping.
I'm not really big on like, oh, you disrespect me, man. You don't do that to a guy, you know.
Also, I think
especially in that voice.
That's just not my voice.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'd start a fight.
No.
Like it would
no.
take someone attacking me for a fight to happen. Probably.
Yeah. I
so
think
it would take
like-
violence to
Yeah, they're not gonna like insult me to the point where I'm like, I want to fight
all right,
you.
All right, we're throwing punch. I don't know. I've never really been in a situation where anyone's really been getting up on me, and I'm like, okay, well, this could escalate into a fight.
I've always had the fantasy of saving someone. Like I honestly, if they can egg me on, you can egg me on as much as you want. But when it comes down to like some other dude beating up some other guy that's like defenseless,
Then you'll come in
I'll come in and just like
and try your hand.
try my hand.
smash
at it.
his head in on the concrete.
Yeah, something like.
That was funny.
Not to paint myself as a hero, but
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think
I just like had that fantasy of like beating up some like stupid high schoolers that are just being douches
Yeah.
and just
I hate high schoolers.
god damn.
yeah, it'd be cool if I had ninja powers. And I could just
Ben over the last few days has come up with actually arguably too many scenarios of
not
when
George, not too many. That's the
I would
wrong-
say around 6 of scenarios
No.
of if ninjas attack San Marcos, what Ben would do and how.
I would win every scenario. That's
Yeah,
the
a lot
thing.
of that. A few of them include like he was born with ancient Oriental markings,
Yeah.
and he's never known what they mean, and then ninjas attack, and they start to glow, and it allows.
No,
them-
you got it wrong.
Have
That's
you
fine.
watched that show? What is Randy Cunningham, 9th grade ninja?
No.
Is that what you're referring to?
No, I would be stronger than him.
I was gonna watch it, but then I realized I would be stronger than him.
yeah, there's complete lack of relatability there. He's just basically a little shrimp compared to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna completely change the subject, but I want your guys' opinions on this. I see comedians, and the reason is because I was listening to a podcast with a comedian I like
Who was it?
last night. He's on TikTok and he's not very big at all, and his name is Michael Longfellow, and he's just a funny guy on TikTok, and he does like small stand-up comedy things, and he's just funny. And then I found out that he was on some podcast.
Nice.
But comedians always do this meme about how it's their job to sort of push the envelope with like what is offensive
Yeah.
and not.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I disagree with that. I think that's sort of an ego trip, because no, it's your job to make people laugh. It's not your job to say offensive things. Like you may take it upon yourself to do that, and then you will face the backlash if there is any, because if you said something offensive, that's what's gonna happen. I don't buy that crap. That
I don't think it's their job, but
like
If you say something offensive, but it's like it's funny,
then you're doing
your job. If
Yeah.
you're just saying offensive things that just
To
are
be like
kind of not
to
funny.
be to get a reaction from people. That's when it's
and
Yeah, you're not like doing your duty.
and
to, like,
also-
push the envelope of what's okay to say if it's just not funny.
yeah, what I'm saying also is you don't get to claim immunity from saying bad things
Because you're a
Yeah, what if you
because
just
you're a
like
comedian.
just went off and like were terribly racist and like, well, that'll be acceptable in 50 years, so I'm just doing my job. Like I'm just pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
You can't get
well.
me.
Also, like you guys know, the talk show host. Shoot, what's his name? He's like the old white guy. No, that's not
David Letterman?
Descriptive. No, the guy on HBO, not John Oliver, but
Jon Stewart.
shoot, what is his name?
Oh, he's not on HBO.
Bill Maher, that's his name.
Oh, he's cringy. He's cringy.
Yeah,
yeah,
so like he goes on this whole tangent on how like we need to fat shame because
Yeah.
like, you know, he's like we need more fat shaming to get people to lose weight.
Oh my God.
And it's just like
And
that is
that's
such
not
a
the way to do
Is
it.
that is that a comedy bit? Is he doing a bit or is he serious?
No, he's serious, but he wraps it in like jokes. Like that's I think that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Ashton is getting at. It's like
Yeah.
they're seriously trying to prove a point, but
Yep.
they wrap it in a joke.
And then they say I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
But it's like you were making a point, dude. Let's not
Yeah.
get it twisted.
The most extreme version of that is Steven Crowder.
Oh yeah. Do you guys know him?
Do you know who he is?
No.
Oh, you don't know who he is? Oh, okay. The Change My Mind guy.
Oh,
You remember those memes from a while ago where it's a guy
Like
sitting at a
racism
table?
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah,
Change
yeah.
My Mind.
Okay, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he's the perfect example of that because like he's technically a comedian, but like so many
It's a strong word
like he'll just like
because he's not
do
funny.
a racist black person voice, and like it's like not funny, but he's
Oh,
like
it's a joke. Just didn't land
Yeah.
on you. Sorry.
yeah, but he'll just be unironically racist. Like he'll like dress up in like this like cartoonish Chinese and do this like Chinese voice, and
That's
it's like
insane.
it's like you're a comedian in the sense that like the minstrel shows where they dress in blackface are comedians.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're a comedian from the 40s. Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, he's cringe.
Yeah, that's not even
Unbelievable.
pushing the envelope.
Okay, it's like if I understand. Hold for motorcycle. I understand, like, you know, pushing the envelope in terms of like jokes about, I don't know, that I think any racist jokes,
Like-
honestly, from a white person, it's just not acceptable.
like sex stuff. Like back in like the 50s,
Yeah.
you couldn't say like sexy jokes, but now you can. Like I feel like that's okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
But like
Yeah.
but like racist stuff, that's not like a good place.
No.
It's not,
Here's
we're
what
not
I-
like hoping in
I
the
think-
future that racist
yeah.
stuff
I
becomes
think
less
I think
taboo.
it depends how it come across. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like a joke
Yeah.
can be racist, but I think if it's done correctly, it can be fine. Like if the punchline of the joke is like satirizing racism, like
Yeah.
how like if the punchline of the joke is basically like look how stupid racism is, and the joke is sort of comes across as like a
Yeah,
racist thing.
okay.
I think that's an okay way to do it.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
oh, I see. What you're
Here, another thing. I think that like, if the punchline of a joke or if part of a joke incorporates like a pretty harmless racial stereotype, I'm pretty okay with that. But if it's kind of a questionable racial stereotype, like if it's just a racial stereotype that's kind of funny and doesn't really have any
Well,
dark
you can be-
history.
Yeah, I feel like you can be. I don't even. I guess it's racist. I don't know if you can like make these assumptions on like Italians. Like everyone's like, "Hey, papari boopity."
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Oh, well, there's like reverse racism." I'm like, no,
Yeah,
there's
but
Come
not.
on. Does it feel different? Does
Yeah.
it feel
Yeah.
different when you say someone's Italian?
Have
or if
Italians
you make,
been oppressed for the,
Yeah.
like, the
Yeah.
history of the world?
Like no.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
Any honestly, I feel like European countries. I don't know
Yeah,
why
they're,
there's
they're,
just
they're fair play.
They're kind of fair play.
Get
I mean, they're the
after
ones who've been like
yeah,
oppressing, you know,
yeah.
for
the people.
the throughout history. So it's like, and also it's like, what have they? I don't know. It's tricky. I just try to not get into that.
Yeah, I think people have like an
Jokes.
intuitive sense of it, and it's kind of just like right. Like you don't really need to explain it. Like a joke at the expense of like white people. It's like, who cares?
Yes.
Like,
So what?
like we all know it feels different than
Who
like calling a
cares,
black person
genuinely?
the N-word. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
such.
yeah.
Even the people who like get up in arms about it, who are like, well, that's
They
just
know.
as bad. Like,
They
okay,
know.
we
They know
all
it's different.
like give
Yeah.
it up. guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
totally
such
true.
a dumb stance to take.
Yeah, it's just pointless and like.
I hate comparing oppressions. Like,
Yeah, like if he said that about a black person, it's like, well, he didn't, and there's a reason he didn't.
yeah, yeah.
It's because it comes across in completely different ways. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like it. I don't like it when comedians talk about like cancel culture. It's like, dude, you're freaking beholden to the mob, okay? Regardless of what the mob says. That's how you get your money. So if the mob says that was a bad joke, or if that was like, you got to take that in stride. Like, that's your job, dude.
yeah, make a better joke.
Yeah, do
Like,
a
if
better
no
joke.
one liked the joke, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all Nordic countries are free play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are like
definitely.
the most free.
Yeah, like making fun. No one's gonna be mad at you for making fun of like people from Denmark, like cooking stroopwafels.
Cracking a Viking joke, like all the Vikings rise up, like, "Hey man, what the hell?"
Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, when my dad was younger, there was a lot of jokes at the expense of Polish people. Like that was a big trend.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, I remember him talking about that.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because
That's
like,
weird.
why did Poland just become the laughing stock of like
The world.
elementary school kids?
Like,
Yeah,
after World War II, I guess.
yeah. I don't know.
That's
I don't know if that's bad or just harmless, but that was just kind of funny to me. Like
Well,
what a random.
Didn't he say it was like, I mean, it was like a real thing. It wasn't just like, it was a new source of jokes. It wasn't just like a new type of joke that arose. It was sort of like born of like racial tensions, wasn't it? Like they did.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what? Taking another stance on like types of comedy that kind of come across as offensive. I think all the jokes about like coronavirus are just so. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I find them
I don't like
corny often.
Wait, like what do you? I don't know if I've seen these.
Like, I don't know. They just like they kind of just make light of COVID, and they're like, I don't know. There's like certain ones that I think are fine, but I think it's such a like a sore subject for so
Yeah,
many
that-
people. Like it's too.
I feel like you're just doing that to get a rise out of people. Like
yeah, and what's the point? I don't know.
I don't know if I've seen like edgy jokes around like COVID.
Well, there was like a
What-
whole thing about back in the day on Ebola. Like that was the
Oh, yeah.
laughing.
Xavier has Ebola.
yeah.
Oh, you
This
guys
kid
were
named
part of that.
Xavier at our elementary school, and his friends would just always just be going around saying Xavier has Ebola,
Yeah,
which he never did.
Yeah. That makes-
clearly.
Yeah. that-
Thank the heavens.
Hence the hilarity.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
anytime anyone sneezed, it was like, "Oh, Ebola," and everyone's like laughing. It's like, no, it's like, not funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is like the culture being more
Sorry, that was like a lot.
yeah, no, I know. Is the culture being more sort of intolerant of intolerant jokes? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Mhm. That's a good question.
I don't really know the answer. I know that if you're a comedian, frickin' deal with it. You got the easiest job in the world.
Did you guys see the thing about that like girl who got like kicked out of, or her college acceptance got rescinded because like a video came out
Oh, yeah.
saying the N-word
I heard that.
when she was like 14? Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think
mean,
it's bad.
definitely don't say the N word. But also, if you're 14 and
Yeah, so
I feel like
so
that
14-year-olds are frickin' stupid.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like
It's
that
just
just
like-
can't. Those aren't really related. Like
Yeah,
punish her
right.
in some other way.
yeah, so
Or just say
the
don't
full-
do it, and if like
the full
Like,
story.
does she still say it? I don't. Hopefully not. If she does say don't do it,
The full story
I
for
don't know.
people who don't know was like there was like some video on Snapchat of her like right before she was a freshman, so she was like 14, saying the N-word, and I don't know if it was like hard R or like with an A or whatever, but in like some kind of joke, some kind of like short like Snapchat video. I think like when she was learning to drive, like she's like, "Oh, I'm learning to drive," and then like N-words or whatever. And she was 14, and somebody saw this video, a couple years later and saved it. That was like when she was like a junior in high school, I think. And this guy saved the video and held on to it for a year until she got accepted to her like dream school or whatever, and then leaked it to get her like
Freaking
canceled.
weird move, guy.
Yeah, and I'm
What
sort
did
of
she
like,
do to him?
like yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't say the N-word, but like she was 14, and to like screw her out of her dream school because she was dumb when she was 14, which everyone's dumb when they're 14. It's kind of like
Yeah,
it feels bad.
There's
Feels
certainly
weird.
a lot of like there's not really any tolerance anymore. That's kind of the culture, which I think is
It's good.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really great.
But it has-
I think sometimes it can be taken a little too far. I don't know, like with this exact story, I don't know the full story about it, but like I think with everything, there's a line, and people are like, "Oh, well, it's gonna go too far." It's like, no, we know the line. Everyone has like an idea of what that line is.
Yeah.
If you're spouting racist comments, like that's you crossed the line.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
you should not get into
Yeah.
that school if you're currently doing it and you've been caught doing it.
Yeah,
and,
as an adult, you're
Yeah.
just like
like
often saying
Yeah, and
racist things.
I,
Yeah.
by
like-
the way, it's important to not conflate the opinions of people in general and stuff that frickin' goes viral on Twitter. So if some dude on Twitter says you can't say that, you're canceled, but most people are like, I don't, whatever. It's like that's kind of society working it out. That's not like us like canceling, like we're not doing free speech anymore, like you can't say anything. It's like, yeah, okay, a celebrity said something and a dude on Twitter said it was bad. We still as a society know the line, like
Yeah.
know not to take cancel culture in quotes
Yeah.
too far. Like that's not really a threat to anything.
I think the problem with cancel culture is that it's not that it's calling people out when they've done something bad. I think we should be calling people out when they've done something bad, but I think that there is certain things that people do that are way worse than so like
Yeah,
there's like the
yeah.
same result in getting canceled. I feel like generally
yeah.
there's the same result in getting canceled from like someone who is like a literal sex offender versus someone who
Yeah.
said like something
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
they're at
like
they're
they
at least
think
way
James
too
Charles
close.
might have mouthed the N-word in a video from 7 years ago.
Yeah, you're saying it's sort of like
but and
if
and,
you
and that's the same thing as frickin' what's his name, Harvey Weinstein.
yeah. Wait, so you're making the point that like if you mix all of these sort of like cancelings into one group, it's sort of like
I think it's starting to what's the word? Like not dissolute. Wait, what's like the word where
Dilute.
dilute, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's starting to dilute the actual effect
Yeah.
that canceling has. I think it's important that people with influence and power, they get put in their place when they do something wrong. I think that's part of the job. I
Yeah.
don't really have much tolerance.
And I think like if there's like a 14-year-old who says the N-word when they're 14, and then
Well,
then they-
racist stuff is different. I don't know. Racist stuff is different. I think the line is crossed. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what punishment though.
but
is-
like say they're like super like depressed and like they're like so upset that they did that and they've like completely 180'd on it that they would never say it again. I think that's a good thing because
Sure.
like we just
Sure.
created another functioning adult who's not going to go around saying the N-word. Like good. Like
Yeah.
like that's kind of a good thing. Like, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like all these like have you heard about like the neo-Nazis that they turn and they be like, I've heard stories like where they
Yeah.
and they become like they realize what they've been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
And they completely change everything about what they've been doing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also as a
good.
14-year-old, you don't not that you were implying this, Luke, but you don't necessarily have to be a neo-Nazi to say the N-word. Like you can, like as a 14-year-old,
Yeah. it's
as a
almo-
kid, it might be hard or not hard, but you're just not. You haven't really reached a point where you're able to fully like realize the gravity
Yeah.
of the word. Like
It almost just could feel like another swear word. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
started saying the F word. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then I say the N word. But it's like they're just very different things.
They're
But
just
you're not
different.
old enough and mature enough to grasp the difference there.
But yeah, I think honestly, like yeah, if you come to the realization that you shouldn't say it, I think
We need to have.
that's fine.
I
That's
think
good.
I think there's like truth to both sides. I think what needs to start to happen is a little bit of ability to like let people grow. I'm not saying like people should just get off clean. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing with like Lori Loughlin getting like 2 weeks of prison or like 2 months of prison. It's like I feel like that's like, dude, come on, you did something really, messed up. And
Was that the lady who like
The
bribed
college
the
scandal.
college scandal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
and it's like there's people in there for like minor drug offenses for 3 years, right?
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
So I just feel like there needs to be more of a tolerance to let people admit their mistakes and like change. There's not really, I'm not seeing really much of that.
Yeah,
It's more of just like, let's attack them and screw their entire life.
Yeah,
up.
like
That being
once they've been punished, there should be a ability for them to say, like, okay, yeah, that was terrible.
Now, that being said, J.K. Rowling is
Right.
unironically canceled
Yeah.
by me. I hereby declare it.
We
By the-
hereby the Gift of Gab podcast
Yeah,
canceling J.K. Rowling.
because she has shown no growth.
Sure.
So get
Yeah.
her out of my sight.
Yeah, if you just double down on being
Oh.
transphobic, you're gone. Don't care.
There's
See
there's
ya.
no tolerance for that type of crap. Like
Yeah.
literally peace out from Gab.
Yeah.
Friggin' peace out from the boys over at the Gift of Gab.
Oliver,
Be seeing ya.
as a technical producer, you should program it so that J.K. Rowling can't listen.
I will. I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
No,
do
you
that.
can encode that into the RSQ feed.
Some sort of facial scanning.
Yeah,
Yeah, put that in the FSC feed. Do something with that.
yeah.
Add that to the PCL cable.
Find the RHS, do a couple things, connect to the SLK. Next thing you know, your
Do a few
PCH
more
go-
things.
If viewer equals J.K. Rowling, cancel feed. You know. Thing.
It's just code, guys.
It's simply Python. It's an if-then statement, just like you were taught in kindergarten. You know, but
We've
you
learned
just,
this for years and years.
but you tell a computer to do it. Now, I was in George's minivan the other day. Now, were we wearing
My mom's minivan. I drive a Kia Soul. Don't I don't
far
want people
more
thinking,
masculine?
I don't want people think I'm a nerd driving a minivan. I actually do drive a Kia Soul, guys. Ladies, if you're listening, yes, that you heard that correctly. Kia Soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
Were we wearing masks? Yes. Were the windows open? Yes. Am I not messing around with this COVID thing? Yes.
No.
Wait.
Wait,
No,
No, you're
no,
not.
I am not messing around with
wait,
the
hold.
COVID
That's
thing.
a double negative. Am I not messing around?
Yes, I am not messing. Whatever. We all.
You are correct in assuming that I'm not messing around with this COVID thing. But the door was closing on me, and that was nearly the end of me. I barely got in. I barely got through.
Oh, those
And
doors,
then-
they come out of nowhere, man.
Yeah,
That-
and
that's
then-
like 20 miles per hour just hurtling at you.
Yeah.
and they don't stop.
And then George's sister Clara said, "Well, it would have stopped closing." And I said, "No, robots are cold and unfeeling. It has no regard for human life,
That's
Clara.
true.
It's a door, okay?"
and therefore would not have stopped.
yeah.
That's so true.
No, it actually would have. It's an incredible door.
It's an incredibly compassionate door.
Speaking of compassionate robots, my grandma got me and both my sisters drones.
Great, that was beautiful transition.
Yeah, that was
drones for
sick.
Christmas.
And it gets even better when he tells you the name of the drone.
The drones are called the emotion drone, which is just the weirdest name for a
Yeah.
drone.
Is that like a play on?
That sounds like
No, I think it's just like a bad Chinese translation.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say
something.
it sounds like a Chinese company that like.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of that
Translated
really
perfectly.
quick, we were cleaning out our storage, which George is going to make a comment about.
That's all they do. Every weekend is just storage cleaning for 48 hours.
There it is. And we found this old like set of like toys, I guess, like kind of like an off-brand Lincoln Logs. And like the tagline on the toys were like, "Very intelligent play in fun." It's just utter
I think
gibberish.
it was very intelligent play in wood or something.
No, I don't-
It's like that Family
I
Guy
don't know.
scene where
There's
he's
something
like,
like that.
"I need to go to the American laundromat,"
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like
and it was like
it's like
hot dog, cowboy,
hot dog,
rocket ship.
California, America, Star Spangled Banner, laundromat, very good.
Very good.
Oh yeah, no, I was in San Fran and we wanted to go to get Chinese food. And there was like an amazing I'm botching the name, but it was something like world famous, very good, very excellent, like incredible, like just adjective after adjective
That's
describing
That's
this
how you know
stuff.
it's the
That's so
best.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're marketing geniuses.
It's actually reverse psychology if you think about it.
Yeah.
You think
They're
it's not.
toying with us. The owners
Yeah.
of that restaurant are toying with your emotions.
George, back to the emotion drone.
Yeah, I mean that's mostly it. They're just these little dinky drones that like are impossible to fly.
They're not impossible to fly.
They're quite hard to fly.
I
if
don't even think that's the case.
with
They just have
wind-
pretty
with
basic
wind-
controls.
with wind above 5 miles an hour, you're hopeless.
I don't know. Here,
It's-
I'll describe the controls. You got one joystick for up and down, one joystick for side to side, and a button to land it. Does that sound hard to you guys?
It does the landing for you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
That's sick.
They're literally friggin' babying you through the flying process, and it's
Compared
still
to
too
like
much
what
for
some of
George.
these drone remotes are, I mean that's like
Yeah,
George, that's elementary.
Yeah,
Okay,
seriously.
Jesus. Wow.
you were literally on like you haven't even hit the first stage of getting into droning. You don't even crack the surface of what droning is.
You're miles above the permafrost of droning.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, what's to come, George, for droning is gonna blow your mind.
Yeah.
What's next?
What are we at time wise?
We're at an hour and 57 minutes.
Wow.
Crap.
Whoa.
Should we
Any last things that you
should we
guys
wrap
wanna
it up?
ask?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Come on, you got Luke Mullen in front of you. What do you want to ask him?
Oh, let me ask this.
Is Walt
Just go
Disney
fire
still
quick.
alive?
Is Walt Disney still alive?
Met him in the Disney vault. There's a real Disney vault.
Is his head frozen?
cool?
Is he frozen
Was
in
it
carbonate?
cool?
Actually, he was frozen in like the sap from Disney old Disney movies. That's
No.
The sap, the racism? In old Disney? He's frozen in racism. They liquefied racism out of all the old Disney cartoons and then froze him in it.
Yeah.
real. And anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
so
right at home.
He is alive and doing well.
Oh, have you ever seen that interview about? I forget who it was, but the question was like, is filming a movie in like about space the best because you get to wear socks all the time?
Oh yeah, it's Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
saw that.
I can't comment on that because I've not done a movie in space.
Why
but
do
if
you
I-
gotta watch?
Why?
I wear socks all the time on Earth.
No, because when you're in the spaceship, I guess you're always wearing socks.
Oh.
Yeah.
And only socks.
George, why do you have a look of disgust on your face?
No, George. I get why. I meant socks and not shoes.
Because if it was Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds, that sounded sexy.
And only socks.
Socks.
No. Oh my gosh. Looking back on that, I just
Okay,
I was
rapid
just
fire.
kinda
Rapid fire question.
looking at George with a look of intent as I said that. Just completely unaware the implications.
I think I've
Socks
exhausted all
only.
my questions.
No, here's my other question. Who is the coolest celebrity you've met as a result of your Hollywood connections?
Coolest, define cool. Like
Like nicest and easiest to be around.
oh shoot. Oh my god,
That's a super hard question because he's like friends with a bunch of them, so he can't. You can't say who you're.
Just
trying to think-
give a top.
Okay,
doesn't
let
have to
me
be
try to
very
think of who was
A
like,
top three-
surprisingly nice.
In no particular order.
Damn, dude, this is gonna take me so long. I genuinely like I can't remember like who. Oh man, it's like meeting kids at like I don't know.
All right.
Let me- genuinely-
throw out
I
some
can't
names.
answer that
Let me throw out
question.
some names. Ryan Gosling. Met him?
Nope.
Want to meet him?
100%.
This is
That's yeah, for sure. Hold on. You can cut this part out. Wait, can you slice like little clips?
Yeah.
Because actually, I do want to think about this.
But you could beatbox on these well.
Anybody who
I
beatboxes
can't.
more than just like
It's
is-
so cringe.
is
That's
so
so
cringe.
large.
Ashton,
That is
shut,
so large.
shut up.
Why is beatboxing dumb?
Why is it dumb?
Why is it dumb? It's not dumb. You just don't like.
You just don't like it. I hate you.
it's goofy. It's goofy. I'll say that.
No, it's not.
Beatboxing is the oral version of
I-
breakdancing.
That's 100% true.
Beatboxing is oratory breakdancing.
Yeah. No.
Breakdancing's cooler.
Okay.
Okay, I have three answers.
Okay.
Okay,
Hit
probably
us.
top coolest Raven. from That's So Raven.
Oh, okay.
No way.
She's sick.
All right.
Like really cool, down to earth.
Is she on your Would Marry list?
Oh yeah.
I think
Who's
she's
your Would Marry
engaged.
list?
Is she on your would marry list or your would mom list?
Yeah. There's a few different lists.
Interesting. That would definitely go in the would mom list. That would be. She would
Alright.
be an awesome.
That's legit.
Cool.
Yeah. Would mom Raven. I'd say would mom Katy Perry.
Wait, did you meet?
Really?
Is that another person you met?
Yeah, Katy Perry is in second.
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly nice. Like those types of singers, you're always like,
Yeah.
it could go either way.
Yeah.
When she performed at the Santa Barbara Bowl, she went on stage and said that her 2 favorite things from Santa Barbara were blenders and rusties.
No
No
way.
way.
Yes,
and
way.
then the third thing that was implied was Luke Mullen.
Right.
And then Gift of Gab.
course.
Yeah.
That hadn't been invented, but
Yeah.
still.
But she knew.
She
has
knew.
a knack for stuff like that.
She just has like this kind of sixth sense that she
Yeah.
just can
for
pick up on
for
something.
future podcasts.
All right.
who's the last
yeah,
one?
third
Third one, Jaden Smith. Actually,
Oh, that's
super
legit.
Oh,
sick.
no
Oh,
way.
really?
He's like one of the coolest people.
I
Have you
feel
ever
like
met-
they're super nice.
Have you ever met Zoe Deschanel?
No.
She's on my Would Marry list.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's on your would? Let's
time.
ask that. Who's on your
Oh,
would marry
okay.
list? Celebrities that you.
Wait, let me give you a few starters that are. I'll give you
okay.
my top 2 from mine: Zoe Deschanel and Emma Watson.
Okay.
Mine's
Obviously,
Meghan Markle. That's it. That's all.
Mine's the
I'm
AT&T
holding out for
girl.
the queen.
AT&T girl is
Yeah.
on the top of that list. Let's see. I think obviously everyone says like Emma Watson and
Yeah,
Margot
George.
Robbie.
Super basic pick.
Basic.
Well, what about Zoe
Dumbass.
Deschanel?
We're going honestly not the biggest fan.
Really?
Yeah.
She's on my.
Yeah.
Will you ever watch New Girl?
No, I
I
haven't.
love that show.
Would
Such a
marry.
girl, George.
Let's see. Oh,
I'm both
Actually-
a boy and a girl. I'm boyish and girlish.
yeah, definitely Lily. Oh shoot, what's her last name?
The girl from yesterday. In that movie.
No, it's not Lily Collins. Oh, Lily Collins, I guess, would be on that list. No, different Lily. Lily. Oh shit, I was just looking at her today. Like not in a creepy way. I saw a video of her on my Instagram.
I was
Like
just
at her house.
I
in the
was just
bushes.
admiring her today.
I was on my
just-
balcony.
I was just looking at her from a discreet location today.
Well, I was making my rounds.
Oh shoot, what, dude? I don't know. Oh, Lily James. There we go.
She is in yesterday. That's who I was talking about.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
who
a
that
good
is.
pick.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, I don't know.
Is she a redhead?
No.
No.
Ah!
No.
Who-
Lily James.
Which
Redhead.
Who is that from yesterday?
The girl, the love interest.
Yeah, okay.
Who's on your would redhead list?
Who's on your Would Dad list?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's.
Mine is T.J. Watt and George Kittle.
He doesn't know who those
I don't know
are.
who
They're
that is.
football players and they play my positions and they're the
Okay.
best in the biz.
Mm. Oh, you know what? I think someone who would kind of slap as his dad would be Kurt Russell. I don't know why.
Kurt Russell. Who's that?
Kurt Russell.
I'd heard the name.
Have you guys seen the Christmas Chronicles?
No.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is he the Santa in that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That
the
guy's
Santa
cool.
in that.
Would
What-
Dad for sure.
I definitely.
Good call.
Oh, Jeff Bridges. He'd be dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know like real celebrities.
Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark. I would like Marky Mark and
The Rock.
wait, is Marky Mark
you gotta
different
think
than
of-
Mark Wahlberg?
No.
What?
Who's Mark Wahlberg's other guy from Boston that he's always with? There's
You're crazy, man.
You're out of
There's
your
only
mind.
one Boston Mark Wahlberg, and that is
Ah,
Mark Wahlberg.
I'm thinking you got to think of chemistry between your would mom list and your would dad list, though, because they're gonna be married.
Mark Wahlberg.
Ideally.
And Meghan Markle.
Unless you want it to be
Mark
a broken
and
family.
Meghan.
Mark
Mark and
and
Meghan
Meghan.
sounds so good.
Oh, you know what? Who I would totally have. Well, he's kind of young. He just seems like he'd be such a fun dad.
Who?
Is Dave Franco. He just
Oh,
seems like
True.
James Franco's.
True.
Definitely
Yeah.
not James Franco. That's,
James Franco might be a little perverse.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I was
his
thinking
younger brother. seems
Mark
cool.
Wahlberg and Matt Damon would be my
Would
be my
Matt
two dads.
Damon's
Would be
Matt
two dads.
Damon.
Maybe my gay dad.
Only Matt Damon for me.
Would be
Only
gay
Matt
dads.
Damon.
Yeah.
He's in Good Will Hunting. Want to watch that movie?
Great potato farmer.
Which you love so much for, or you bring up so much for.
Gosh,
you
I
haven't
just
seen.
I just know that scene where Robin Williams is like, "It's not your fault." You know,
The
it makes me cry every time I watch it,
Ben-
but I haven't
bench
seen the
scene?
movie.
the bench
So you've
scene.
just seen that movie?
No,
Or, I mean,
haven't-
you've just seen that scene from that movie.
I've seen that scene, and I'd seen My Boy's Wicked Smart.
What about Dem Apples?
My boy.
What about I got a number? How
No,
do you
don't
like
say
Dem
it. I haven't seen. I haven't seen it.
I haven't
yet,
seen
so-
that scene.
You're gonna spoil
That
it.
scene's next. You gotta watch the
No,
movie.
but what about
in out of order
Dem
scene.
Apples is like the most famous line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't say it like he's. I know he says, "How about them apples?" But you can't say it
Wait,
like
that's-
he says it because then it'll spoil it.
You gotta watch the movie over a matter of weeks.
Genuinely, that scene would, if we described it, would probably not ruin the movie.
No.
Yeah.
Might ruin
I
it.
got a number. How about Dem Apples? Some crap.
I
don't
got
know.
a number, but nah.
I like Dem Apples. Guys, if you haven't seen the movie, you don't have to, because you basically just did.
I love I love in videos when the movie has been like YouTube videos when the movie's been out for like 3 years.
No
they're like,
spoil.
They're like, oh, this is a spoiler coming up. It's like, dude, if you haven't seen freaking Star Wars by now,
Yeah.
And why would you be watching the video?
explaining like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and it's like spoilers ahead. It's like, dude,
I haven't seen. That's actually.
shit.
It's funny you mention that because I haven't seen it and I don't want it to get spoiled.
Don't
even though it came
and
out.
don't see it. Just
Is it not good?
nope.
I just gotta see it for closure.
Oh
You
wait,
know.
Last Jedi was the 8.
Wait,
Was it?
Wait, I think you have seen Last Jedi.
Oh, then I got.
Last Jedi was
Oh,
8.
the Rise of the.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
That's the one I haven't seen. I have seen Last.
They all sound
Don't see it.
how. I mean, are every Star Wars movie name sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
to me.
Honestly, dude, don't see it. Like,
Is it not good? The most recent one?
no, not worth your time.
Because Last Jedi we saw and I thought it was, eh.
Yeah, not good. It was.
Yeah, I never.
But
got
it's
into-
Star Wars.
disappointing.
I can't not see Star Wars.
Well, you can.
No, George.
It's not that hard to not see it.
No. It's a classic series. I can't
Yeah.
forsake them.
I'd argue that this new trilogy ruined the classicness of it.
ruined.
Wow.
Ruined.
Was the 7th one bad?
I like the 7th.
A New Hope. No, that's the 4th one. That's
Force
the, like,
Awakens is 7.
Force Awakens.
That sounds like all the other ones.
Yeah, they all kind of are the same. In order. What's the order of them? It's Phantom Menace,
Phantom Menace.
uh,
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones,
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith,
New
A New
Hope.
Hope, Empire Strikes Back,
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Wasn't
The last
7
lightsaber.
the
Then-
Return of the Jedi or 8? The Return.
8
of
is The Last Jedi.
okay.
What about the return of the lightsaber?
What about the Return of
It's
the
a
New Hope?
Return
What
of the Return of the Lightsaber is a comedy special that they did about one lightsaber on his journey to find happiness.
What about like space blasters from Gorgon? Is probably what I was. He's like,
Yeah, and one they just got super ironic. And like,
I've always wanted to
self-parody.
do a Star Wars series about some guy who like makes, he's like in a factory where they like produce like lightsabers. So he never actually gets to like hold them, but he just kind of has to put the parts together. It's like just
What do these
super
things
dry.
I
do?
bet these are super cool.
man, that seems rad.
That reminds me of the SNL skit. Have you guys seen the one where it's like there's this show called like Undercover Boss, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
my
the
dad,
Kylo-
yeah,
my
yeah,
dad's
yeah.
friend was
No,
once
yeah.
a boss. Our
PQ.
dad, PQ.
Really?
Yeah, he was a boss
A
in
bra-
that show.
He owned a bridal.
It's like
company.
that
Owns a
show.
bridal company.
But they did Kylo Ren.
Yeah, it's Kylo
Oh,
Ren. on
that was
the-
a funny. I saw that.
That
one.
was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be funny to do like a movie in the Star Wars universe, but about some person's just mundane life
Yeah.
on like one of
It's-
the little sides.
It's like the Family Guy in the Family Guy Star Wars episode. One of the cutaways is the two guys like operating the Death Star
Oh
laser.
yeah.
and
About
he's
the
like,
railing.
yeah, and they're like,
So good.
It's a parody of a few things, but one of them is just like how there's just like platforms that just are just like drop off into nothing, and there's
Yeah.
no railing.
yeah.
And so the guy's like, they still haven't responded to my email about the railing. I mean, we bust our butts every day. No dental, no health care, and they can't even bother to put a railing.
It always happens. Big drop offs to nothing with no rail.
Yeah. That's so
they
classic.
love their just ramps in Star Wars. that
Yeah.
just fall off.
Yeah.
Black
Into like a
marble.
literal like
Yeah, like what do
3
you fall
miles.
off into on the freaking Death Star when there's just like, oh, space? Is it just space, I guess?
like a long tube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love their tubes in Star Wars.
Or
True.
there's always a meme about how like you can just shoot like one like gun into like one vent and the whole Death Star
Yeah.
just blows up.
Yeah, who frickin' did that?
Close that vent off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one way to save that Death Star is literally put up a couple of like wooden signs that they nailed to it.
Frickin'
Like that would literally
Grab a
that's all it
2x4 and slap it over a
Well,
vent.
isn't it that because there was 2 Death Stars in
Yeah.
the original trilogy?
Yeah, how did they get
And
away with that?
they
It's
bel-
just
they-
like, oh, the Death Star's gone. It's a bigger one this
No,
time.
but didn't it die? Didn't they kill it the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact way.
How did
No,
they,
no,
how
that
did
was
we
like
let
the whole.
happen?
That was a whole Family Guy thing. It's like, all right, the first Death Star, there was about a hole that could blow up the entire Death Star, the size of like a walnut. We now it's like about the size of a squirrel.
That's funny.
It's like,
That's kind of terrible.
We've reduced that down. Yeah, I don't know how do you frickin' get away with such lazy storytelling?
Finally, the Death Star is gone. Oh no, there's a bigger one. Let's go do the exact same thing.
That's
So
like-
that one's gone.
That movie, that space movie. I forget. Is it?
Baseballs?
It might be Interstellar. I think it's Interstellar.
Don't
where,
spoil
like,
Interstellar for me. I want to watch it.
I think you've already
they
seen it.
all
I
Actually,
haven't seen it.
die.
Justin's just got to start watching.
never mind. This is a
movies.
spoiler.
I'm so hard
This is
about
a spoiler. so-
Wait, does it have Matthew McConaughey?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Interstellar.
I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
Been out.
You're the worst.
I'm
start
leaving
watching-
the room.
no.
I'm leaving the room. And
No,
I'm not
no,
listening.
I'm not gonna say it.
No. Stop playing a Madden. Start watching movies. Like, take out a little bit of Madden time. Put in like, just go watch Good Will Hunting later.
I can't just watch it on my own though. You know.
Oh, you can, or
Maybe-
just
Okay.
say, "Hey, family."
If you
let's go
want to
watch
say the
Good Will
thing,
Hunting."
I'll leave the room.
No, I won't say
It's
it.
fine. I've never seen it either, so.
It's just some lazy.
Yeah, no, George was freaking ragging on me, but now he's like, yeah.
Well, I don't want to see
No,
it.
but
so
he's
if you-
not-
Don't spoil it for me.
Not worried about
There.
spoilers.
Wait, now I'm kind of interested. Oh, what is it?
No, I'm leaving, and you can say it.
Okay.
Just plug your ears. You don't have to leave the room.
No, don't.
No,
well, you're
because
gonna like
then
have
I
to go
might-
la la la
yeah,
la,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
and that's gonna ruin it.
it's gonna be not great for listening. Yeah, get out of
It's a
here.
marathon
outta
of a
here.
podcast episode, but I'm like,
All right, see, he just closed the door. So there's this spaceship that they're building, and it's like super big and expensive and like this crazy project. And I think during the launch, something goes wrong, and or maybe before the launch, and the thing just like explodes on the launch pad, and they're like, "Shoot! Like, what are we gonna do?" Like this thing's gone. And then the twist is that there's this like billionaire guy who just built a second one. And it was just ready to go.
What
and
a
he just kind
needless-
of maybe I'm not remembering, but I feel like it was like he just built it for fun. Like there's just
I don't
the
think this
backup
is
one.
Interstellar.
No, not.
Is
No.
Interstellar the one with like the walking box robot thing?
Yeah, that's Interstellar. I
And
don't
how
know
like
which one you're talking.
time
Is it
time passes like 7 hours.
Is it
it's, like,
Contact?
1 year.
I don't know. Well, whoever wrote that, just don't have it blow up and just have them use the first one. 'Cause that just seems like.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of like a twist that they threw in.
Yeah, you
All right,
can-
I'm done. We're
It
done.
wasn't even Interstellar.
I
think it was
It
a-
wasn't even Interstellar.
I think it was a different movie.
Actually,
No.
you're probably gonna cut that whole part out. That was like a very unnecessary.
No, we keep those in. Those,
laugh.
that's what we're known for.
Our viewers love that stuff.
Wait,
In
if
Russia,
it
they
wasn't-
never have that stuff.
If it wasn't Interstellar, what was it?
We don't know.
So what was a spaceman? Now,
Oliver just made the entire thing up.
It could have still been Interstellar. So
summarize it. 2 seconds for me. What did you say?
rich guy built a second aircraft, second spaceship because the first one
Oh.
blew up. He just happened to build a second.
I know what you're talking
What
about.
movie is that?
We saw that together. I don't know.
Yeah,
It wasn't Interstellar.
Comment down below what movie
Oh,
that is.
it was
Contact.
the Jodie Foster.
Yeah, what movie is that?
What movie is that, Mom?
Rival?
Contact.
Yeah. that's what I thought.
Contact.
Arrival is the one I get confused. Isn't that the one with the aliens who draw the circles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Oh, that one's
That was a
cool. Is
great
that the one where they're like aliens in like this big like cloud of milk?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Cloud of milk.
I liked that one. Yeah, that was
Yeah, the aliens have evolved that they can only live in a cloud of cow milk that are
they're like fish but milk.
yeah.
All right, should that do it?
That should do it.
Yeah, we're pretty bad at wrapping up.
No, it's sort of not our forte.
Yeah.
We start strong with our welcome, but we
Yeah.
finish weak with
How about
just
this?
ramble.
I say goodbye, goodbye.
Or cue outro music. And then we just all start beatboxing.
Yeah.
Super spreader.
Our outro is that we just beatbox poorly.
Yeah. All right.
See you next time.
That's going to do it. That's our show.
Episode 12 coming down the pipeline into your stratosphere.
Ad lib.